Is it me, or are things getting more expensive nowadays? We have inflation, conflicts, housing crises, Karens, Chads, and things certainly aren't getting cheaper to study abroad. So let's have a look at some of the more affordable countries to study in Europe. Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Paul. I'm from the Keystone Education Group, where we connect students with universities. And today, let's have a look at a few countries in Europe that are affordable to study in. I think we can all agree that things nowadays are getting more expensive, but we can't let that get in the way of our dream to study abroad. So you might be asking, Paul, where in Europe do we go study then? And I'll tell you, on the first light of the fifth day at dawn, look to the east. So today, let's have a look at some of the more affordable countries in, you guessed it, the eastern part of Europe that you can study in. We're going to be looking at tuition fees from public universities for programs taught in English, and we'll also be looking at the cost of living for that country. Just note that with inflation, some of the numbers mentioned today might not be as accurate a year or two from now, so just keep that in mind. But hopefully today's video will be a good starting point for you to begin your research. And as always, all the links and sources are in the description below. So let's get started. We're going to start with as far east as you can go in Europe. We have Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. Of the three, Estonia is probably the most expensive. Tuition fees for all three countries are going to range somewhere between 1,500 to 7,000 euros per year. And your monthly cost of living is going to probably range between 500 to 800 euros per month, including rent. Of course, capital cities are always going to be on the more expensive end of these averages, but just like the rest of Europe, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, they have a lot going on. They have nature in the form of beaches and mountains. They have vibrant cities, beautiful architecture, old towns, good food, everything. The only difference is that it's more affordable than Western Europe. I think when non-Europeans think of Europe, whether it's to study or to travel, we typically think of Western Europe, like UK, France, Spain, Italy, Germany, and we don't often think about Central or Eastern Europe too much, but they have just as much to offer as Western European countries, and they're usually way more affordable. So it's something to keep in mind. Next on our list, we have to talk about Poland. It's the same or even more affordable than the Baltic States, with cost of living coming around 500 to 700 euros per month, including rent again. Tuition fees for public universities are going to range somewhere between 2,000 to 5,000 euros per year for English programs. The thing about Poland that a lot of people might not know though is that it's a very safe country. Not a lot of bad stuff happens there at all. The amount of violent crimes is very low, and moderate crime, which is like your street crime, is moderate at best. At the moment, students can work as much as they want, but it looks like there will be a law soon that'll cap the amount that you can work to 20 hours per week while you study. Personally, I love Poland. I love its people, its food, pierogies, everything. So when you start looking around this part of Europe, there are definitely countries that are affordable. And to top off our list today, we have none other than Germany. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Germany's got it all, people. Tuition fees for public universities are either super low or there's no tuition fee at all. So although the cost of living might be a little bit higher in Germany compared to some of the other countries on this list, it'll offset with the very low tuition fees. Monthly expenses will range somewhere between 800 to 1,200 euros per month. So while it might not be as cheap as some of the other countries in today's video, it's not too much more expensive, if you know what I mean. And for what you get for not too much more, it's definitely worth it. There are a lot of international students in Germany, so there is a lot of good support structure there. And if you don't know, Germany has a very strong educational system. I mean, German engineering and German efficiency are a thing for a reason. Not to mention the job opportunities after you graduate are plenty. So to recap, things are getting expensive, people. Inflation sucks. But if you have Europe in your sights as a place to study, don't worry, there are options out there for people of a variety of financial backgrounds. It's my job to inform you the best I can. Let us know what you think of the countries we mentioned today. Have any of them crossed your mind? Or are you thinking of any other countries? I'd like to hear from you in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all things studying abroad. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.